Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So last night we got a brand new short minisode for this year's Children in Need. Officially called Destination Skaro, that's what Russell T Davies is calling it anyway. The minisode served as essentially a prequel to Genesis of the Daleks, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it made for a nice quick breezy special with some nice callbacks. Some people might say it was a bit sillier than what they were expecting, and I think that's understandable, but it is meant for charity at the end of the day, and I didn't have any issues with the humour myself. We also got an episode of Doctor Who Unleashed to show us the making of the minisode. I enjoyed that as well, especially the bits where David Tennant talks about how great it was to work with a Dalek prop from the 1970s, and I loved how they quickly went through the history of Davros. Speaking of which, I agree with what Russell had to say about Davros's wheelchair. As he said, times and attitudes have changed, and thank goodness they have, frankly. It was great to see Julian Bleach back as Davros, and I think Mahan Rizwan, apologies if I mispronounced that, did a great job as well. And I loved the short Nida cameo as well. Overall, I was pretty happy with the minisode. It was the perfect way to get us ready for when the 60th anniversary specials start next week. And I'm so glad that Doctor Who is doing stuff for Children in Need again, as I always used to love watching the special minisodes or previews we got each year back in the day. If you live internationally and haven't yet seen the minisode, it's on the show's official YouTube channel, and I bet both it and its episode of Doctor Who Unleashed will be released on the DVD and Blu-ray releases for the 60th specials in a few months' time too. In other news, the Mirror has released an article alleging that the War Games will be the very next colorisation. Whilst I love the War Games, it's my favourite Doctor Who story of all time, and I don't mind the idea of the colorisations, I don't know if the War Games is the best choice to be the very next one. I think a lot of its appeal for me is partly down to its 10 episode length. It feels like a massive world-changing journey. If they cut that down to 75 minutes like they've done with the very first Dalek story, I'm not sure if that will be long enough to get across the main plot elements. But I'm sure they'll figure out a way to make it work. Perhaps they'll have it be longer than 75 minutes, perhaps it might be 90 minutes instead. As ever, I think we should take this with a grain of salt until we get some kind of official confirmation. I must admit, if it is true, I'd be quite surprised that they'd gone with the War Games. I would have thought the Mind Robber might have made for a better choice to get colorised. I would be very intrigued to find out what they do with the War Games though. Ncuti Gatwa recently let it slip that he'd done a scene with the very first Doctor, William Hartnell. Speaking at the JQ Magazine Man of the Year Awards ceremony, Gatwa said, "It has been a crazy year. I shouldn't say this, but I shot a scene somehow with the first ever Doctor, William Hartnell. We end up in the same scene together at some point. To see that history, now a black man, as the Doctor. It was just very wild." This all sounds really intriguing. Some people think this could be referencing them redoing the bit in an Adventure in Space and Time docudrama where William Hartnell looks up and smiles at the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith. They could possibly replace Smith with Ncuti for the upcoming rebroadcast of the docudrama on BBC 4, after the Daleks colorisation has aired on Thursday. But I don't know if it would be that. Ncuti did say that it was William Hartnell, not David Bradley, who obviously plays Hartnell in the docudrama. He could have got confused, sure, but maybe it's some scene in one of the 60th specials, even if Russell recently said that these specials wouldn't feature multiple Doctors. Whatever Ncuti was referring to, I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. But anyway, so there's my thoughts on the Children in Need Minisode, a rumoured War Games colourisation, and the First and 15th Doctors potentially meeting in some form. But what do you think? Do you enjoy the Minisode or not? Would you like to see the War Games getting colourised or a different story entirely? And how do you think Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor will meet William Hartnell's? Please let me know in the comments section below. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to press that subscribe button below, as well as press the bell icon at the side of it so that you'll stay notified of when all my new videos come out. This channel currently has 1,523 subscribers as of the time of writing and recording this video. But if we can get to 2,500 by the end of this year, then I will do another Q&A where you can ask me whatever questions you want. Just keep them polite, please. Also, please rate and comment below your thoughts on all of this, and please feel free to donate to my Ko-fi, link in the description, or give me a YouTube super thanks below, if you want to of course. And I shall see you all in another video. So, until next time, bye bye!